I'm 78, and I've been running for like 30-something years, and I always figured, and you always read, that quality is so much better than the quantity. And so I just want to feel good as long as I can, and I don't think I would have any chance of doing that at this stage if I had not been exercising and continue to do so now. I was about 200 pounds, and then I got so involved with starting my practice here in 1970 that I knew that I had to do something because of my weight. So that was probably the major reason I started trying to exercise, but also all the literature back then talked about how exercise was so good for fatigue. And I was coming home at night just completely worn out. It's so nice to come home being so tired, get out and run, and come back feeling infinitely better. My wife used to say when I would come home and it looked like I wasn't going to run, she said, "Get out there and run," because I was so much probably easier to live with after I came home. A friend of mine just one day out of the blue said, "You're going to do New York Marathon." I said, I've never run, over 10 miles, and that probably was in 2 or 3 sections. And he said, "No, my brother can't go, and I want you to go." Well, he took me out and started me exercising and running. And I wound up doing the 1983 New York Marathon. And it was not a pleasant situation. When I got through, I was so tired I didn't even remember crossing the goal. Now, the reason for that was if I had been doing this by myself, I would have been logical about it and gone much slower. In Boston, I thought I would try to do the same, but I was running on my own, and that wasn't as hard, but it was still pretty much at the end. I said, "That's it." Well, a few weeks later, I'm running again, and I decided, okay, one more marathon, and I'm not going to do any more. And I've done the most popular, I've done the most prestigious, and I'm going to do the biggest, which was London at the time, and then that's it. And I'll just go back to try to mainly exercise a little bit. And did that, and for some reason, afterwards, running started getting a little bit easier. And then after that year, I did 2 or 3 marathons, and then after that maybe 4 or 5, and then after that more and more, and it wound up becoming a big number of what I'd done. And then I think anybody that enjoys the way you feel after you get through running, after you say you've done a marathon or 2, then you say, well, I wonder what it would be if you ran a little bit longer. And anything longer than a marathon is called an ultra. I used to read about runner's high. I have never had a runner's high while I was participating. I had runner's high afterwards because the endorphins are pumping and you're so proud of you got through it and what you did. But yet I think that running, particularly the running period, has a lot to do with mental, the way you're thinking about it. If you're positive about it, that makes it so much better. But in longer runs, you go through periods where you have a downer. But mentally you said, I'm going to do this, and you get through and you feel great in maybe just a few more minutes. So I just think the mental aspect of running for me has been great. The first long run I ever did, I just said, I'm going to finish this thing. I don't care if they have to pick me up and put me on a stretcher. I'm not going to quit, which was real common. And I just think mentally, if you say I can do it and with the right attitude, and I just think that people who don't exercise are missing out on a huge part of life.